again, man. Great fights again last night.
Yes.
Bunch of
Lot of
like
great
showcase fights for a lot of up and coming future champions.
Yeah.
But hey, man, we excited, man. Let's get it, man. So
Let's get it.
before we get into last night's cards, man, y'all gotta like, comment, subscribe,
Yes.
follow us. Y'all
Yes,
already
you
see
too
that.
out there. Yes,
Follow
you.
us.
Fisticuffs
you.
and buffs.
You feel
Guy
me?
back there. Yes, you. You know who you are.
Make sure you follow, like, subscribe.
Yes,
Please.
sir.
Now, upcoming fights. We still got some more upcoming fights. Obviously, we're about to get into the fights from last night's card. Still got Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou, October 28th. So we a couple weeks out from that. And then, we got Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis. Super excited about that, December 9th. Obviously, any fights that come up, prior to December 9th, we're going to let y'all know about those. But, man, last night's card, man, great card. We've seen a lot of great up-and-coming talent fight.
Yes.
Starting with Kelvin Davis versus Kimona. Great fight. Kelvin Davis, he looked sharp out there. Kimona gave him a little bit of run. I think he hurt him in the later rounds, but Kelvin Davis looked like a solid fighter. We'll see. We'll see what we get out of him. Did you guys get a chance to see Kelvin Davis in action last night?
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Davis brothers, all three of them, man. Kelvin and Keyshawn. They handled business last night. Both brothers 10-0. That look good. It's good for the sports, good for the prospects coming up, man. Keyshawn, as well as Kelvin, had a good performance last night, man. He got a little more energy than his brother. But shout out to them boys for both being 10-0 and then fighting on the same card and getting the job done.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Kelvin, man. I didn't get a chance to catch that one, but I did get a chance to catch Keyshawn. He did a great job. I know he wanted to get the knockout, but I know he's a little disappointed with that.
Oh, yeah.
Seen it in his face. But, hey, man, you got the win, and that's what counts, man. You did good. I seen a lot of, pullback counters. You look sharp.
That was the first time I seen Keyshawn really scared to let his hands go. You know what I'm saying? He kind of picked it up towards the end of the fight.
Yeah.
But usually he is the aggressor. But he got the job done last night, which I expected of him. That wasn't his biggest test. It probably – no telling, if he get that Frank Martin, that's definitely gonna be his biggest test. So right now, man, he's still in those prospect stages. So, he did what was needed of him. You gonna have those moments in them fights anyway, where sometimes you gonna get complacent, you gonna get, and it was a lot of talk and a lot of tension in the press conference and the weigh-ins, but
that's what we love.
He got the job done, man.
I love it.
Yeah, shout out to
Keyshawn. Shout out to all three of the Davis brothers.
Shout out to the Davis brothers,
man. Y'all did a phenomenal job last night.
Sure.
I think you're right. As Keyshawn goes up, it takes those bigger steps against the tougher opponents. The ones he wants, then he gonna put on even better performances as the times go. So shout out to Keyshawn. We had Ragan versus Perez last night too, man.
Ragan versus Perez. There was a lot of talk around this one.
Controversial fight. Ragan, two-time Olympic silver medalist. So a great job with him. But he had a year layoff, to be fair, because Ragan, you lost the fight.
Somebody from Top Rank got to call my phone.
Reagan, you lost the fight.
We got to talk about something, man, because, shout out to Duke Ragan, silver medalist, 9-0, would have been 8-1, but he got the job done as well. But somebody from Top Rank should like and subscribe to Fisticuffs and Buffs on YouTube and comment, and we can talk about that decision from last night.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Hey, I think Ragan when he got it done, man. I don't know what y'all talking about, bro.
He definitely
Perez,
got.
He
like
went in there.
Ragan,
he took him light, bro.
Bro,
he took him a little light.
All right, so just
he took his time a little bit.
To give y'all some background.
And Ragan, he outworked him at the end of the day.
Look, man,
I'm rolling with it.
This guy Ragan.
Shout out to Ragan.
Knocked down in the 5th round. Tremendous left hook from Perez for one. Knocked down. Guy was Perez on his way to stopping this guy, and magically. Ragan's mouthpiece just comes out. Now, typically, what we see is the ref stop the action right there, get the mouthpiece set. But in this case, for some reason, the ref just let everything go on. I'm like, bro,
it was a dog fight. There was a lot going on.
It happens.
Come on, man.
The ref, I think he got caught up in the moment.
Yeah,
and it does happen,
He got caught up in the
But
moment and saved Ragan from getting stopped.
But
But shout out to you, Ragan. I hope you take this this gift that was given to you last night. You make some of it and you become world champion, man. Because Jeez Louise.
Shout out to Top Rank. Shout out to Duke Ragan. Shout out to Perez.
Yeah, Ragan. Is he? Do you think, to all the boxing fans out there, I want you guys to comment on this. Do you think that you can get knocked down and still win the fight? Because that's what Ragan did. Some people don't think that, so we want to hear about that.
It can definitely happen. It can definitely happen.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the point that my brother over here was trying to make, but
it can happen.
Shout out to Duke Ragan once again, man.
Yeah. Where'd they go? They went 8 rounds, right?
Well, yeah, it was an 8-round fight. Should have been a 5th round fight because that's
should have been a 5th round knockout. That's what I think
got the
saying.
knockout.
That's what I think I'm hearing.
But no worries there. Hey man, shout out to Ragan. Like I said, they gave you a gift. I hope you take advantage of it and win a world title. Other fight on the card, Giovanni Marquez versus Strayhorn.
Yep,
Great
Dante
fight there.
Yep.
Strayhorn put on. He in the first round he looked like he wanted to fight, but then Marquez he knocked him down twice in the second and then stopped him. TKO. The ref stopped the fight. So shout out to Strayhorn.
Shout out to him, man. That it was one point in time where Dante Strayhorn was one of them ones. He had big expectations. He got a few losses in his, I want to say, his last 5 fights, man. But not a loss is a loss, not bad losses. He lost to Jose Ramirez. But it's still Dante Strayhorn, man. Still a decent, step up for him, but. Shout out to them boys, man. They handle business as well. Yeah. Much respect to Dante Strayhorn, just because at one point I was a fan of him, still a fan of him, big fan of the sport. So,
yeah. Keep your head up, bro.
Yeah. Sure, yeah. Shout out to Strayhorn, man. You went in there and got the job done, man. You did your thing, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Giovanni as well, man.
Yeah. We had a couple heavyweights fight last night too. We had Curtis Harper, and then we also, I can't pronounce his name right, Vianello. Vianello actually won the fight. 2 heavyweights. Just a little bit of background about Curtis Harper. He's actually the guy that walked out of the ring versus Efe Ajagba.
Fun fact.
Fun fact. So take a look at that just in case y'all didn't see that. But yeah, this time he actually fought. He didn't run out of the ring before the bell rung, and the result was the same. He took a loss. But hey, no worries. Keep your head up. Now, when it comes to Vianello. He's a heavyweight. He's a small heavyweight. I was telling Ev and Tony this last night. I don't think he's going to be a world champion. I mean, anybody in the top 5, top 10, I don't think he's going to beat him. That's just my take. What do y'all think about Vianello? What did y'all see? Mm-hmm. Smaller heavyweight. Looked like he could box. He don't really have any power. So that's going to be tough in the heavyweight division, in my opinion.
The heavyweight division for the last so many years been tough. It's kind of open to whoever. I mean, with Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, even heavyweights like Robert Heleni. You got those guys that's in the heavyweight division right now, even those gatekeepers. But then you also got smaller heavyweights like Andy Ruiz. There are heavyweights in the division that I'm sure that you could get past and your name and get in the lights with those other big names. But it's really kind of up in the air with those the heavyweight division, because besides those heavyweights that's in the limelight right now making those big fights, I don't really see too many heavyweights in the division that you really got to worry about outside of those bigger names. So I mean, I don't want to say that I don't see him winning a title, but I don't see him winning the title. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it's tough. Vianello, I mean, he did a lot of touching last night. It wasn't very effective as far as hurting his opponent. But as far as him winning like a world championship, it's possible. He just has to keep getting better. It's that simple. That opponent last night, I was expecting a knockout. It didn't happen. So, Vianello, you got to go back, do some more training, get back in there.
Speaking of heavyweights, since we're talking about heavyweights,
I like to see a Jogba too in there with Vianello.
A Jogba, what?
Yep.
Look, man, I think a Jogba wins that fight. But that's to me, Vianello is, dude, he's nothing. I mean, no disrespect, because like I said, we respect all boxers, but Vianello won't be able to beat anybody in the top 10, not even Efe Ajagba, in my opinion. Now, but we'll see, though. We'll see, another fight last night, Richard Torres Jr., he fought Tyrell Hendon. Stopped him in the second round, TKO.
Expected.
Yeah.
For sure.
Just crazy fight. Shout out to all the up and coming fighters that fought last night. Tremendous performances, except for Ragan. I'm sorry, man.
There you go.
Except for him.
There you go, man. Shout out to my boy Duke Ragan.
You took a loss, dog. But other than that, great performances.
That fight really got you.
That one
really
had
got
me
you
heated.
tight, man.
Had
That
him
one had
going,
me
man.
heated.
Had him
That
going.
one had me heated, man. ESPN, man. Shout out to ESPN. I mean, that's always on my TV all day, every day. But y'all really grinding my gears last night. I'll be honest. All right, now I wanted to throw a bone at these guys. I want to throw a curveball at y'all real quick. I gotta throw a curveball.
Let's go.
in here,
I'm gonna
right?
roll it.
Come on, man.
Roll it
We
like
got our
Floyd.
main
Let's talk
topic,
about it.
and we doing some other things, some
let's
great
talk
things
about it.
today. But fantasy fight.
Okay.
Now I've been hearing a lot of talk about Tyson Fury and if he's one of the greatest heavyweights or if he's not. And so I wanted to just throw a curveball at my boys here today. Tyson Fury versus Muhammad Ali. I got two more too. Tyson Fury versus Muhammad Ali. Who wins the fight? Tony, I'm gonna let you go first, and then Ev on the next one. I'm gonna let you. I'm letting you go. Ev go first on the next one.
Come on, Ev. Let me
go first.
Man.
Hey, it's a lot of people are gonna say Fury because he's just a big tank, but we talking about the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali. Come on now, sting like a bee. Come on now, man. You think he gonna get up in there with Fury and not take him out? Come on, man. He gonna keep him at bay. Dance with him a little bit.
It's
With
a
that
hell of
jab,
a
you know what I'm saying?
A fantasy fight. This is a hell of a fantasy fight, man. Tyson Fury and Muhammad Ali. I guess we'll never know, man.
We'll never
I
know.
guess
for sure.
we'll never know, man. Muhammad Ali, that's the greatest fighter that ever fought you?
Hey, man, they call him the greatest, man.
All right. We gonna go
Call him the
with that.
greatest. That's what they call him. The people call him the greatest.
Hey,
I'm gonna be
sometimes
honest
you
with
just
y'all.
gotta.
People call him
Sometimes
the
you just gotta be in a gray area, man. I'm gonna just sit this one out. Tyson Fury is a hell of a heavyweight. He got a lot of those same attributes that Muhammad Ali had. As far as the land on the ropes, the showmanship. I want to say he's better at hitting and not getting hit.
Of course.
But, it's a fantasy fight. I'm glad it's a fantasy fight. The heavyweight division is a weird-ass division, but I love the heavyweights. I love the sport of boxing, man. But shout out to Muhammad Ali and his legacy. Shout out to Tyson Fury.
Hold on. Why you say it's a weird division, though?
It's not. The heavyweight division just not getting back where it should be since the 90s. So, the heavyweight, for one, the weight classes. I don't know what's going on with that bridger weight, but you got 6'7", 7 foot heavyweights, man. You got 5'11" heavyweights.
It's for the big
It's just
dogs
a weird
only.
division, man. But who the big dog though? If
You
it's
just said them 6'7", them big dogs.
That's why it's a weird ass
Super
division.
heavyweights.
Them
Man.
super heavyweights.
It's a weird division.
Where would you cut it off?
What,
Like
the
as
weight?
far yeah,
Man, probably 25 pounds.
225.
Yeah,
Okay.
25 pounds, man.
Nah, I'm just be honest. Let me tell you, y'all gonna hate me for this, and I hate to say it, but Tyson Fury beats Muhammad Ali, bro. I hate to say it, bro. Tyson Fury beats Muhammad Ali. Only reason I say it,
looking in the
right?
back,
Only
man.
reason I say it, right?
I don't know about that,
Only
baby.
reason I say it is because of how Tyson Fury uses his weight. Now, I know y'all done seen Tyson Fury lean on these guys. He wear them down. I can see Ali trying to do the rope-a-dope, and Tyson Fury just laying on
I
them,
just hope that we
leaning
don't
on
lose
them.
no subscribers because of what this man just said. So
Hey, man.
It's not happening,
Hey,
y'all.
it is-
Ali go,
if
will
you
go in
did
there and take care of
unsubscribe,
business.
please subscribe again.
Hey, man.
Because what is this
It's
guy
tough.
talking about
It's
right
tough,
now?
dog.
Even
It's
if I
tough.
was going to say that, I wasn't going to say that.
Tyson Fury gonna wear him down.
Shout out to Tyson
Stop
Fury,
him.
Shout out to
man.
Tyson
Stop
Fury,
him.
man. I
But
don't
shout
think
out
you
to
take
Ali.
Ali.
Ali's still the greatest of all time. Although Floyd Mayweather is the best ever. Don't get me wrong. That's the best boxer I've ever seen in my life.
Definitely the best boxer if you
Best
ask
boxer
me.
ever.
In terms of boxing, now we get into fighting, that might be different. Fighting and boxing, I always classify it as two different things. But Floyd Mayweather is definitely the best boxer that has ever boxed.
100%. Yeah, absolutely.
It's tough.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. Yeah, he passes all the tests.
It's not tough.
Eye tests.
You know, he got people that
tests,
don't like him for his
accuracy
out of the ring, extravaganzas, but it's Floyd Mayweather we talking about, man. Moving along.
Moving along.
Because I can't even believe you. That wasn't in the script. So
Yeah, he threw a curveball at us.
Go ahead, man.
We didn't expect that one.
All right, so we gonna get into the main topic today. All right, so we got a big fight that just got announced. Demetrius Andrade versus David Benavidez. Now this is gonna be a huge fight. This is a fight that this is one of the fights that we didn't know we needed, but we happy that it's here. Now. In this fight, I do have David. I am giving an edge to David Benavidez. I think Demetrius Andrade is a very good fighter. I think he obviously stays on the outside with the jab. Crafty fighter, veteran at this point, former world champion. So I think he has a good shot. However, David Benavidez, that aggression, him throwing all those combinations, and just that him coming forward and just mentally draining his opponent. I think David Benavidez has a little slight edge, but I think it's going to be a terrific fight.
I think it's going to be a good fight, man. Demetrius Andrade has been one of the most avoided fighters in the super middleweight division, mainly because of his awkwardness. He's an awkward fighter. He's a tough fighter. He been calling out these guys, calling out these big names, the Charlo twins, David Benavidez. He been calling these guys out for a while. He finally getting his shot. I'm glad he's getting his shot because it's kind of hard to watch somebody in the media keep fishing for these fights and you seeing them, but you're not seeing them fight, and then you think they're inactive, but they're actually active, but they're not fighting the guys that's in those top 10 rankings. Yeah. Me personally, I think this fight is a few years out of date. I personally don't think it's a good fight for either fighter because I don't think the risk is. I think the reward is not as. Like the risk, it's too much of a risk for both fighters. It's too much of a risk for Demetrius Andrade because he is trying to get back in the lights. And then I also don't think it's a good fight for David Benavidez, who calling out the Canelos, and he put himself in position after getting stripped by the WBC, and getting it, as far as like him and that Caleb Plant fight, that was a big fight for him to really get back. With all of those past problems he had with the strippages and everything from the WBC. But I don't think this is a good fight for him because Demetrius Andrade is such an awkward fighter, and the pressure of him coming back and actually getting that fight that he's been asking for, that's my only issue with the fight. I do think that they skipped over maybe a couple fighters with Jaime Munguia, and then you got David Morrell. Like, it's other fighters in that division who I feel like those fights possibly could have been made, but some people want you to just skip straight to the top, man. And much respect to Demetrius Andrade because I think that he done talked and forced his way into this fight.
Pretty much.
With David Benavidez.
But
pretty much.
He should have had a big fight.
Only thing with that is after this fight, I mean, who is Canelo gonna fight at 168? Like after this fight, is they gonna go back? Is it going to be Canelo next, or is they going to go back down and get those fights that was in between where they got David Benavidez in the rankings to where they had Demetrius Andrade in the rankings and get those other super middleweights out the way? It's really up in the air, but I think the fight is a few years outdated. I don't know what y'all think.
Nah, I think you're right. It's a few years outdated. Demetrius Andrade. He's a good fighter, though. He's older now, southpaw, unorthodox, strong stance, likes to get in there and just really just mix it up, punch out, make you swing so he can counter and kind of finish you. But Benavidez, the Mexican monster, man.
I actually got David Benavidez winning that fight. I don't know if I got that out.
He's younger. I mean, come on, man. Like, he has the skill set. He's like Tone said last week. Fights tall, man. He's strong. He used to be a big fella. He lost a lot of weight. He's in top shape.
That's going to be a problem for Demetrius Andrade because Demetrius Andrade doesn't fight tall. He loops in. He throws a lot of looping shots with his head down. David Benavidez is too fast, too sharp. He fights too tall for that. Some people say he don't got the power to probably keep him off of him. I don't see how that's ever been a thing because I done seen him demolish. His performance against Caleb Plant should have really told you everything you needed to know because if you look at Caleb Plant's performance against, Canelo, you will see how I don't think that's, that's really the right call to make in this fight with Demetrius Andrade, because the only reason I would bet, siding with Demetrius Andrade is his awkwardness, because that's going to be tough for any fighter, especially a fighter like David Benavidez, who not big on lateral movement.
He's a Mexican monster. Yeah, because Caleb did give David Benavidez problems.
For sure.
Early rounds. Outbox him in the early rounds. And that's one thing I think he's going to run into with Demetrius Andrade, too. Because Andre can box. He is awkward, but he has a good boxing style. Yeah. And but like I said, that mental pressure, man, because Mexican Monster puts so much pressure on these guys. He's not running. And he's going to keep hitting them with shots.
He's not running.
Touching them. And that's going to, I think he's going to wear them down mentally and then eventually physically. And, I don't want to call a stoppage, but I think it's very possible in this fight. Yeah. I'll be honest. I think it's possible. It's a likelihood that Andrade can get stopped.
For sure. Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, I got David by decision.
I got him by decision. I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's a stoppage though. But I also wouldn't be surprised if, yes, I would. Never mind. Yeah, I got David by decision in that fight, man. But that's a fight that people act like they want to see right now. So, like I say, it's good to see Demetrius Andrade back in the mix. So we'll see.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm excited for it. It sounds like
David, man.
We all excited.
The red flag. Like I just learned that today. They call him the red flag. That's one of his nicknames. The red flag.
The red flag.
I don't know what that means.
Mexican Monster.
I just know it's a flag on the play when he hit you. I just know that.
It's tough, man.
All right.
It's tough.
We're going to see.
Now, we got a special moment here today, guys. Today, on Fisticuffs and Buffs, we awarding our first and second pair of buffs here today. So to some Detroiters, well, to some Michiganders, let's say. Some Michiganders. Hey. Shout out to these beautiful ladies and women's boxing, destroying the game right now. We got a shout out to Clarissa Shields and Alicia Baumgartner. We're giving some buffs away. Shout out to them. Now, when it comes to Clarissa Shields, extraordinary talent. She's been doing her thing for a while here in boxing. In women's boxing. Same thing with Alicia Baumgartner. She just I guess made her claim to fame by winning undisputed actually it was like last year now. It's been a minute. She's been undisputed. She just defended it in Detroit at the Masonic Temple maybe a couple months ago. We had the pleasure to go see that. So shout out to her.
Shout out.
But Clarissa Shields, 2-time undisputed champion, unified in the super middleweight division. Extraordinary talent, so we had to give some buffs to you, Clarissa and Alicia.
Alicia already got some buffs, man.
Oh,
so
yeah,
we just gonna ice her.
Out. Yeah,
all right. Alicia already got some buffs, man. She gotta clear up her name on something that happened recently. We won't get into that. No. She's been calling out. I think she want the Amanda Serrano fight, man. So that'd be a real good fight, a real big fight for her going forward in her career. Hopefully, the situation that she had. Hopefully that's, she able to get through that and get back on track, man, and get to where she belongs, which is in the top of the women's division of boxing. And for those to be 2 African-American women, we definitely want to award y'all with the buffs and show y'all love. And Clarissa Shields been putting on for a while.
Wow.
This is a Michigan representative, man, and we just love what you're doing. 2-time undisputed. Then you got the unified super middleweight. Like it's such a beautiful thing to see. It's good to bring that light and bring that attention into women's sports, especially women's boxing. This is a boxing podcast, so we want to make sure that we give y'all flowers and y'all buffs, and Alicia, your diamond buffs, because we know you for wearing the buffs into the ring and out the ring, man. So it's such a beautiful thing to see, and we really just want to give y'all flowers. Keep holding down for women's boxing.
Yeah,
and we excited to see what's in store.
Yeah, shout out to Clarissa and Alicia. Clarissa, what can I say? Strong fighter, strong jab. 1-2, nobody can really hang with her in there. They pretty much go circle in the ring.
She got too much work.
It's
man.
just too much.
Got too much work.
It's just too much.
Too much pressure.
Yeah, and then 4 different world titles. She's been killing. Olympics,
2-time Olympic gold medalist.
Guess what? Nothing but gold in the Olympics, y'all. Nothing but gold. You send her over there, we gonna get We getting to go.
Yeah.
And
Facts.
Alicia
We
with
getting
them
to go.
skills. Alicia got them boxing skills, man. She got she boxed better than some of the men that's in the sport. I mean,
Hey.
both of them do, but Alicia, you know,
Facts.
she a smaller fighter. She's fast, man.
Yeah,
She's
athletic
real
style.
elusive.
Yes.
I'm ready to see that fight with her and Amanda Serrano, man. I think that'd be good for her to, you know, get those Puerto Rican fans under her belt and she be on her way to the top, man. And have those same accolades that Clarissa Shield got.
For sure.
Facts.
Sure.
Now, Alicia, Clarissa, we're going to be calling y'all up here. So be looking out for the emails coming out from Fisticuffs.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
Got to have y'all
Yes,
up here for
sir.
sure.
Yeah, but congratulations. You
Yes.
know, y'all are first
Yes.
Buff Award winners and keep fighting hard. Now, Clarissa, let me stay away from that mixed martial arts, man. I want to see you boxing. I want to see you whooping on these girls. No, I want to see you.
She
out
got to
there.
go where the money at, man. If they
I don't
offering the
wanna
money,
see-
you know, she signed the fight deal, so
I don't want to see it.
know,
I don't
she
want to see
signed
it.
a fight
I don't want
deal,
to see
man.
no losses from the GWO. You feel me? I don't want to see no losses.
I don't even count them MMA losses
Yeah, I
as
don't either.
losses, man.
Nah,
That's,
yeah, they not really
you know,
losses.
so get your money, man. I know it's a little tougher for them to get those, you know, those big paydays like it is for the men to get. So, you know, I salute her for crossing over sports and being able to secure that extra bag, you know.
Yeah.
So, man, shout out
Yeah.
to Clarissa.
It's a major
Just
leap.
don't, you know, don't catch none of them elbows to the face. We need
Yeah.
you over here in the
Man.
boxing
Them
community.
kicks,
Yeah.
the knees. All right. All right. So yeah, congrats to y'all. Now, hey, it's buff season. It's some
sir.
it's some upcoming fighters, man, that's really been putting on.
Let's talk about it.
We got to see the middleweight fight last night with Janibek. And how do you, man? Some of these fighters, man, y'all names, man. What?
Gualtieri?
Gaultier, that's his
Gualtieri.
name. It's like,
Yeah,
man, I
Gualtieri.
can't pronounce your name. Gaultier, tremendous performance. We kind of called it that Janibek would
Definitely
would take
called
that
it.
win. Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
was punch drunk on this episode,
Nah,
man. Janibek,
not this time.
Southpaw, that boy can fight, man. The Kazakh, the Kazakh style, you know, that boy came to fight, man. He damn near killed him. You feel? He damn near killed my boy in there, but so that's gonna be a big thing for that division. You know, going forward, he is a problem. We do all them boys in that division really need to be, you know, on the lookout for him, cause he up there with the Arthur Benavidez and
he is.
you know the Demetrius Bivens and
on it.
that boy coming for sure.
Yes, sir. Janibek, you went in there and did your thing last night. It was a fun fight to watch. I wish your opponent would have hit you more. Because we just got to really just see your skills and see how you showcase.
And his fans, man, he got them
Got-
fans.
yeah,
boy.
he got a great fan
His
base.
fans, they lit Instagram up, man. They was out there ready. That boy is something special.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Janibek, you did a great job though, man. I'm interested in to watch more of your fights and see where you could take it.
Indeed. These guys keep going forward, man. You might be getting some buffs from us here, Janibek. So you know, we got you on. We got you on the watch
He's
list.
in buff season for
Yeah,
sure.
Buff
sure.
season right now.
Yeah,
So,
yes,
so
sir.
keep fighting hard.
Yes, sir.
Now hold on. Let me ask y'all this though. When it comes to Janibek, how do y'all think he stack up against Jamal if he's able to get right mentally and come back and start defending his title? Or how do you think that fight plays out between a Jamal and a Janibek?
No comment. What you got, man? Shout out to Moore though, man. I'm ready to see him back in action. You know, he had a little layoff. I think them boys need to stay away from Janibek right now. You know, y'all got to come back, especially Jamal. Jamal gonna have to come back and show me something before I can even bring that into play. Because right now, I'm gonna leave it on the table and just say Janibek got his time to shine. I damn near had some buffs ready for him and was gonna give them to him, but I'm like, I'm gonna hold on to him, man, and see what he got, you know, going forward. But he is one of them ones in the middleweight division. So, like I say, he is to be feared in that division, like how them light heavyweights fear them names I just mentioned. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know if I had confused y'all by, you know, bringing those guys up, but I'm talking about in terms of avoidance and who ain't calling them names out. I don't really see too many people calling his name out right now in the middleweight division, but especially after that performance, you know, he had that Kazakh style performance last night with whatever they classify that as. You know, I don't really know what that means, but I know I liked what I seen last night for sure. That boy dangerous,
same.
and he a southpaw.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's. I mean, like you said, man, that guy's he's elusive. He's in tip top shape. You know, stayed behind his 1-2 and just built off of that. I love it, man. That's boxing right there. And he did a lot of countering, and hey, he got the win. I think Jamal will go down against Janibek right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave it in the air for right now.
He got
too.
some names though.
I gotta-
He that's gonna set him. I mean, I don't know what Triple G got going on, but you know that Triple G, Chris Eubanks Jr. It's some guys right there for him. But man, I don't know. After that performance, I just seen that boy can box.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, a lot better than I expected too. I seen some fights previously, but I think he brought a little more out of the toolbox last night. Man, so
He hunted them though
Yeah.
last night. He
Oh,
hunted
yeah.
them the whole fight.
Oh yeah,
You know?
So Janibek, keep doing your thing. Hey, who knows, man? You might be getting some buffs from Fisticuffs and Buffs here soon, man.
Hey.
Great job. Now it's also buff season for Dimitri. You know, obviously David Benavidez.
Oh, yeah.
And Andrade. Obviously, if Andre can beat Benavidez, then he's gonna enter buff season instead of Benavidez. But obviously, you know, we already made our picks on that. I think we got David, but you know, who y'all think gonna be in buff season? Is it gonna be David or Andre?
I got David, man. I got David. I just, as far as him, Dimitri is getting up there in age, man.
That's the only problem I see.
You know, he getting up there in age. I don't want to say that age is so much of a factor, but this is the sport of boxing, and it has proven to be a factor. Demetrius Andrade will have to show me a little more than I've been shown for me to really say that I could see him pulling off that fight. And the only real reason I could see him pulling off that fight is because that is a big test for David Benavidez. No matter how you look at it, you know,
Yeah, it's still a test.
it's still a test for him. And with his awkwardness, and he's a strong fighter. Excuse me. So we'll see, man. That's a good fight. Like I say, I personally think it's a few years outdated, but I'm excited to see it. I'm excited that the fans get to see it. You know, the sport of boxing deserves every fight, every good big fight that could be made. You know, we deserve for it to be made. You know, to see it happen.
Sure.
Especially in
Sure.
that division. You know, because
I agree.
with the Canelos and the Caleb Plants, you know, it's other names, and
Yeah.
we ready to see them shine. We ready to see them shine or shine against whoever.
Yeah, I think all signs point to Benavidez as far as buff season. Andrade, I just, you might be, I don't know, man. You might be a little outdated right now, man. But hey, you could change that. Don't take my word for it. You the fighter.
You definitely
get in
can
there
change
and
it, man.
remix it, bro.
You pull this. Demetrius pulled his fight off against David Benavidez, and he will be once again one of the most feared boxers in the sport.
Yeah.
And you for sure in buff season at that
You
point.
in buff season,
You
bro.
for sure in buff
sure.
season.
If you
at
do that,
point.
you in buff season,
Yeah.
bro.
For sure, for
Definitely.
sure. Man, so shout out to both fighters.
Shout out to both of them, man.
We know it's gonna be a good fight. Continue to train hard.
I gotta stop you for a second, Jay.
Yeah.
I want to give a special shout out and condolences to my guy, Jacob Bonas, one of the twins, man. Tragically lost his life. What was that, day before yesterday? To a car accident, man. I got a pleasure of growing up with him. I got a pleasure of sharing my amateur days with him, and even my professional days. And him and his brother, man, those guys I hold dear to my heart. Them boys really put on for the city. If you in the boxing community in Detroit, then you know who the Bonas twins are, Jacob and Joseph Bonas. So once again, I want to send a big shout out and condolences to the family. And Jacob, my boy, you know the boxing community miss you. The city of Detroit miss you. I'm talking about a McGraw legend. You know, a Detroit boxing legend, a Crunk legend. I could go on and on. So, you know, it's a tragic loss, man. I'm still shaken up by it. I know the people of the city still shaken up by it. And I'm damn near in tears, man, even saying this, because I just talked to you. You know, our birthday is only a couple days apart, man. We always talk about, you know, the Virgo stuff when we see it on Facebook, man. You always show me love. Your brother, I had the pleasure of going over his house, and me and him just watching the fight in the living room not too long ago, and I know he going through it. And Joseph, if you watching this, man, I want to just say that you always got a brother in me. If you need anything, just reach out. And the boxing community, Detroit boxing, we stand behind y'all. So
Yes.
I had to get that out there for my guys, man.
Yeah.
Facts.
Condolences to the Bonas family.
condolences.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, it's what we do. So we got to show that love, man. So
Yes,
shout
sir.
out Tony for sure.
Oh yeah.
Hey, man. You know what we end on, man. You know, fights that we want to see, for the good of boxing. Now we've been talking about a couple fights that we absolutely want to see. Obviously, we want to see Bivol versus Better BF.
Yeah.
We want to see that fight. It should have really happened already. It would have been a couple opportunities for it to happen. But right now is the time. Like, let's see that fight. Let's figure out if Bivol is the guy that we think he is. Yeah.
Undisputed.
He deserves it.
For
right?
the undisputed, I should say.
He beat Canelo, man. He deserved that fight.
Yeah, he deserved it, man. The boys, yeah, that's definitely a fight that we need to see in the light heavyweight division, man. That fight has to happen. I mean, all undisputed fights have to happen. You got Better BF, he got 3 of those big titles, man, and we know who got the other one. So shout out to my boy, man. He did put a hell of a performance on against Canelo, even though Canelo is the smaller fighter, but this is still Canelo Alvarez. So we got to see this fight. It has to happen. Of course, we got Callum Smith is in the way. He's really not in the way, but he in the way of that fight happening. So we going to see what happens with AB and Callum Smith going forward, so we can see what happened with him and Bivol, however you want to say it. Shout out to my boy for that undisputed light heavyweight.
Yeah, Better Beef, man. You're a very solid boxer. I love what he does out there. He has that clubbing right hand, which is like kind of unstoppable. It's like one of those finisher moves. Let me
say this, man. Let me say this. This fight, you got a machine in Arthur Beterbiev versus a technical Bivol. This is a fight that we have to see for so many reasons, and it's for the undisputed.
And another reason why we got to see this is because Beterbiev, all his matches ended in stoppages or knockouts.
Does he stop
Bivol?
Huh?
Does he stop Bivol?
Ooh,
stoppage or knockout?
You think he win?
Yeah, you think Beterbiev?
If he win, it's gonna be by stoppage. If he win,
here's
it's
a better
gonna
question,
be by stoppage.
because I got Bivol in that fight. There's no way. I think Bivol, he just too talented, too tall, too long to be. He's gonna outbox him, in my opinion. But who y'all got in that fight? Who you think wins?
Shit,
it's tough. I got Beterbiev.
Okay, I can see that.
I got Beterbiev.
I mean, it is sort of a 50-50 fight.
Yeah. I see where you're coming from with Bivol.
I got Beterbiev, man.
Ooh, okay. We got a couple better Beavs.
I
got Bivol, man. The way he outboxed Canelo I'm
gonna tell you. You know why? You know why I got him? Because I done seen something from Beterbiev that I haven't seen from Bivol.
Like what?
I'm gonna tell you. Let me elaborate.
All right.
When boxing don't work, what else do you have?
Go ahead.
When boxing don't work, what else do you? Beterbiev is a machine. So when boxing don't work,
got that heart.
You gotta be able to stop him before he stop you.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why I say I got Beterbiev, because I've seen something that I haven't seen from Bivol. That's nothing. I'm not taking away from Bivol. I'm just saying let Arthur get through Callum Smith. Let me check out this performance he have against Callum Smith, and then, going forward, I'll be able to have maybe a better take or a better insight on what I really think could happen. But I just know that I have seen something from one side that I haven't seen from the other side. I haven't seen Bivol get in that position to where he got to show that he got that killer instinct in him and that he can, get back in a fight or go from being in danger to being a danger. Yeah. So that's all I'm saying,
Yeah, and Beterbiev, to me, he just looks very sharp, man. His 1-2 is very sharp. He builds off of that 1-2. He really thinks in that ring. You could tell he's thinking. He has you on those ropes. He goes to work.
He's an exceptional boxer.
He is an exceptional boxer. He is an exceptional boxer.
He's an exceptional boxer, and that's why I would have him winning the fight by decision. But that's a tough one, man.
It is tough.
It's a tough one.
I can't wait for this one.
This one I'm gonna let.
That's why this one gotta happen.
Look, we not gonna lock y'all picks in,
okay?
Because I feel like this fight is gonna happen sometime next year. We're not gonna lock. It's early. We're not gonna lock these picks in.
It's gonna have to happen because you got to get through Callum Smith first.
Exactly.
Yep.
So
it's gonna have to happen next year. That's what I meant to say.
And then we'll lock those picks in. So don't hold these guys to these bad picks. They're punch drunk
that's
today.
That's a bad pick.
They punch drunk today.
Hey, my man got that clubbing right hand.
But tomorrow,
that's a bad. Damn, that's
they'll
a bad.
Be known for his power.
No, that's not a bad pick.
You got that Rory Jones left too. He do a lot of that Rory Jones left.
I'm just always gonna go with the
That
boxer
left hook.
over the guy with the devastating right hand. I'll just be honest.
You always gonna go with what?
With the boxer over the all right, because then they're gonna tear me up about the
I'm
Jamel.
waiting to hear you.
They're gonna give me about.
I'm
the
waiting to
Jamel.
hear it. What you want?
He was just.
They gonna give me,
You shouldn't even stop him. I was waiting to hear it. Like,
I just
hold on,
woke
what'd you
up
say?
from my drunkenness and now I'm not going back.
Hey,
I'm not
I ain't-
taking another sip.
I ain't mad at that. We gonna revisit this one.
Yeah, we
though.
definitely
We gonna have to
gotta
talk about
revisit
this.
it.
We gonna have to revisit.
And y'all
this.
comment about this one. We want to hear it.
Oh man, what do y'all think? Comment on that fantasy
Like,
fight too, man.
subscribe.
Sure,
Who do
comment
y'all
on the
think?
fantasy
And
fight.
comment
Who y'all
who
think
y'all
win
got
that?
in this fight, man.
Man. Now we got one more for the good of boxing. We got Bud, Terrence Crawford versus Jerron Ennis, Jerron Boots Ennis. Who you got in that fight? Who y'all got in that fight? If it could possibly happen, I mean, we want to see this fight happen. Although I think Jerron has a little bit of work to do, so hopefully between the time Bud has a rematch with Errol, hopefully Jerron can squeeze in one or two fights to get ready for a fight of that magnitude. But what you guys think?
I would like to see Boots in 1 to 2 more fights. If he could get 2 fights in a year, I would like to see him get 2 fights in before I see him take on Bud. Then I'll be able to have a better, I will have more respect for that fight in the moment to be made and to be a respectable matchup. But I would like to see him in 1 to 2 more fights. Depending on who he fighting on 1 to 2 more fights. If I see him, if he get one fight and it's against one of them top dogs at 147, which they are the top dogs, but it is a couple 147 gatekeepers that he should probably go through before he get to Bud. I don't think nobody in the sport that's around Bud can beat Bud or should be trying to call out Bud unless you coming from 154 or 160 dog, because my man's is nothing to play with. I don't see him being beat, even if it's Jerron Boots Ennis. And I like Jerron Boots Ennis because he's 5'10", he's not a small 147, and the boy can box, and he come from a boxing background and a boxing family. Shout out to Bozy and them. Shout out to them boys down there, man. But that's another thing. I don't really see nobody beating Boots in that same breath.
No,
but
it's tough.
It's definitely a fight that's good for boxing, but is it good for boxing? Just like I told everybody, I didn't think that Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford was good for boxing. I think the people wanted it more than the sport needed it. And we see my boy is trying to get his legs back and get his second win back in that fight. And I don't like the scrutiny that he's faced since that fight. Yeah. But once again, Boots doesn't have a fan base, in my opinion, that Spence has. I don't think he has as much to lose, but he got everything to gain, and he's dangerous. And he still showed, the skill set that he got is going to be a problem for anybody at 147 and anybody at 154. But that is a fight that's good for boxing, only because Bud and already got the big fish out the way. So, we got to have somebody else coming up, man, and take that spot. And I think everybody can agree that it's going to be Boots.
Yeah, for
man.
sure.
I think I'm with you on that, Tone. I think Boots need to fight at least 2 more times as well. I would love to see you get back in that ring before you hop in there with Bud. He has what it takes to hop in there with Bud. Don't get me wrong. I don't think anybody can question that because he has raw, man. He's raw talent, man. Raw talent, man. And it's fun to watch him box. But I don't quite think you're ready for Bud just yet. I think you need to just, stay in that gym. And work on them skills just a little bit more and tighten up some things, and you'll be ready.
Yeah, man. Tremendous, tremendous fights that could possibly be made. Man, we had a great time with y'all, man. We about to wrap it up, man. We had a great time. We want y'all to make sure that y'all like, comment, subscribe.
Yes.
Make sure y'all share, get it out to y'all friends and family. And hey, man, we about to have some special guests come up here pretty soon. This is our 3rd episode. So
and don't be afraid to reach out to us. Don't be afraid to slide in them DMs or comment. But before you do anything, make sure you like and subscribe.
Please,
and engage with us.
Supporting.
This is a new boxing podcast. We still in the works. We still got kinks we got to work out, but we want to bring you guys the most genuine and authentic, opinions and facts and experience and the ambiance and the aesthetics of boxing. You know, we want to bring everything to you. You know, we want you guys to know that we are still students of the sport, and we're just giving the information to you how we get it, man. And we want you to like and subscribe to Fisticuffs and Bucks. We will be the #1 boxing podcast, you know, in the works, man. So make sure you like and subscribe and engage with us and show us love, man, because we love y'all in the boxing community.
Please do. Please do.
Like Floyd Work said, hard work, dedication.
Hard work. Hard work.
Dedication.
Hey, but for real, keep supporting, like, subscribe, comment, and keep those hands up. It's Fisticuffs and Buffs. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.